Hi, Rayleigh. Hi, everyone. Um, Welcome to a 30-minute session of yoga. I designed this class for the fall season as it's a really grounding practice that you can use when you're feeling like you need to be a little bit more settled. Maybe it's a little bit crazy. You kind of feel like fall leaves blowing in the wind. So you can do this anytime, really, but I like to do this one in the morning. So it is morning for me. So good morning if it's morning for you. Just you may want to have like a blanket or a shawl or something to get you started. My feet are cold right now. If you're cold, you definitely want to keep something on until you get a little bit warmed up. So we're going to start an easy sit, ground those sit bones. You should be able to really feel each one just sort of sinking into your mat right here. Sitting up nice and tall, always starting kind of with just tuning into our breath. So we're going to inhale, reach up. Exhale, let it go. Just do 3 cycles of breath here. Inhale, tuning into this space right now, letting go of your to-do list for 30 minutes. Inhale, exhale. One more deep inhale and exhale. And inhale, scoop up that energy from the earth. Reach over for a deep side stretch right here. Find length along that side body. Maybe you want to turn your palm towards the sky, back down to the ground. Maybe squeeze your fist. Really sink in. Inhale, both hands back up to center. Exhale, down to the other side. Really just opening up everything here. Nothing like a good side stretch in the morning or really any time of day. Maybe squeeze that fist again, in and out. Back up to center. Now just a gentle spinal twist here. So grab onto, I'm going left hand, right knee. Gonna give it a little twist. Glancing over your back shoulder. Remember to sit up nice and tall and breathe. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist to the opposite side. How you doing, Rayleigh? Glancing over your other shoulder. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, let it go. We're going to just do some twists here. Just sitting up nice and tall. Kind of just loosening up everything. Get that synovial fluid going. Kind of waking up your whole chakra system. Chakras are those energy centers that run along your spine from your tailbone all the way up through your head, top of your head. Okay, coming back to center. And now we're going to do a little stirring of the pot here. So just keeping those sit bones grounded. We'll stir one direction, lean forward to the side and back, forward, side, back, side, forward, side, back, side. We'll mix it up and go the other way. Okay, we're going to bend our knees and just be seated here with your toes pointing towards the short end of your mat. Feel some length in your spine, crown of head towards the sky like a string, like a puppet on a string pulling right off the top of your head. Sit up nice and tall. Turn on that core, okay? Lean forward. We're bringing our chest to our knees. And we're gonna flex our feet and we're gonna reach for the bottom of our feet right here. So just kind of feeling a nice stretch in your low back. So it's kind of like your knees are tucked right into your armpits here. Flat back, lengthen the spine, dip the chin. Now we're gonna walk our heels out just a little bit more, okay? Now really feel that stretch. Or if you wanna shimmy your hips back, you can go that way too. So find the place you need to be. That's what yoga is, really. Listening to your body. Every day is different. Every side of your body is different. We carry our weight in different places. We carry our groceries on different sides. Everything feels different. Okay, we're going to release that and let it go. Coming into staff. So straight legs here. Shake it out for a second. We're going to flex our feet. You're going to engage your legs so much here that your heels are floating off your mat. Don't forget to sit up nice and tall. I'm going to use my fingertips here, kind of spidey fingertips behind me to help me sit up nice and tall. Core is engaged. Crown of head is towards the sky. Just breathe. One more breath here. Feeling tall. All right, let it go. We're going to fold one leg in. So bend one leg. I'm using my left right now. And sole of foot is against your inner thigh. Going to inhale and reach up. Again, feel length first, then fold forward. Try to avoid rounding here. Okay, right now we want to just kind of keep a long, flat back. Can keep your knee bent. So this is kind of like what we were just doing with both legs, but we're going to just do one at a time. If you're super flexible, you can go to knee here. Just remember to keep that length in the spine. On your next inhale, we're going to press it back up. Switch sides, kicking both legs out in front of you first, then bringing your opposite leg in. Sole of foot to inner thigh. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. You should feel a long stretch here, all along the back of your leg, up and into your back. Bend that knee again as much as you wish. Couple breaths here. Really kind of melt into this stretch. Inhale, and press it back up. Again, back to both knees bent. Kind of give them a hug, lean up a little bit, lean forward a little bit. We're going to move into boat. So we're going to lift our feet from our mat. If you're down here, that's fine. Here, that's fine. Whatever works for you. You want to lift those feet off the mat and keep those shins parallel to the floor. Maybe gonna let go with your hands. Just be sure that right now you're feeling it all in your core. This is all about the core. We're holding here for 3, 2, 1. Let it go. Now we're going to move into pigeon. I'm going to bend my right leg in front of me. We're going to shoot my left leg back out behind me. For some, this is enough right here. Kind of feeling a deep stretch in here. And you're going to turn your body ever so slightly so that your shoulders are square with the short end of your mat. And you're going to fold over that front leg. For others, we're going to kind of straighten that back leg a little bit more. Turn your knee cap towards your mat and rock a little bit forward here. And we're going to just let that foot relax behind us. Sit up nice and tall first. See, I can do this with no hands, right? Should be able to, you're not like forcing yourself here. So turning on your core and exhale, fold. It could be forearms and then just try to keep that length in your neck, back of your neck. Dip your chin a bit. You could stack your fists, rest your forehead here. If you have a block, great place to use your blocks. Or if you want to go a little further, just really sink into it. Rest your head on your forearms. Breathe. Now you're really feeling that front hip opening too. So along with your hip flexor, you've got your front hip just really starting to melt and open here. So breathe into any tension you feel. Remember to never feel any pain. If you ever feel pain, you always back off. There's no pain in yoga. Listen to your body. Don't twist or move in any way that doesn't feel safe for you. We're all different. Right, inhale, press up. Switch sides. Swing that back leg around and bend it. Shoot the opposite leg behind you. Find that length first. Inhale, exhale, walk it forward, fold. Then your next inhale, bring it back up. And we're going to start shooting both of our legs behind us because we're going to move into box or tabletop here. So take it easy. Don't do anything funky to get into a new position. Now that I'm warm, I think I can take my scarf off. All right, box or tabletop. We have our shoulders over our wrists, fingers spread wide, feeling weight in our entire hand, really, but most in our heel. We have our hips over our knees. Toes can be resting on the mat, or you can curl them under. Let's just do a couple rounds here of cat-cow. So we're going to inhale, arch. Exhale, round it up in that Halloween cat shape. One more of those. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Let's do one more. Inhale, arch. And exhale, round. We're going to press it straight back into child's pose here. So really sinking in. If you want to do a wide child's pose, you can point your knees out to the outer edges of your mat a little bit more. Really kind of shimmy into that stretch there. But we're going to let go here. Put our head to the mat, forehead to the mat. And then we're just going to release our arms. Let our shoulders drape over our legs. And breathe. Doesn't matter if your back toes touch. Doesn't matter if you can sit all the way into this. You can always be up higher. You can always stick a blanket or a pillow or a cushion back here under your seat. Block. Go where you need to be and melt. One more breath here. Right, bring your palms back under your shoulders. On your next inhale, press it up. And we're going to tuck our toes and push up into our first down dog here. Remember, with down dog, the goal is to aim your sit bones to the sky. Okay, so you're feeling that upside down V shape. Your head and neck are loose. Your shoulders are externally rotated. You may find it feels better even to move your hands a little bit to the edges of your outside edges of your mat. Fingers are wide. Don't have to have your heels on the ground here. Legs can be bent here. Again, whatever feels good to you. You can even kind of rest your chest on your thighs here. I'm going to shoot my seat up a little bit higher here and raise up on my tiptoes. If that feels good, do that. And pedal out the feet a little bit. Okay, now I'm in a deep knee bend here. I'm going to glance between my palms, my hands, because I'm going to be shooting my right leg forward into low lunge. So I'm going to spy my spot, and I'm going to reach my leg through. You can lift, carry, or step it through into low lunge, back of knee to the mat. Okay, so kind of find your center here. Remember that your knee shouldn't be over your toes. You can see your toes here. Want to come up high, use your arms for some leverage. Do it. This is about your hip flexor here. This is about engaging your front thigh that's bent here. Knee is in line with ankle. Okay. I have my toe tucked right now. Feels good to me. You don't have to. You can keep it flat. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, let it go. Maybe we're going to pull some cactus arms here just to kind of open the chest. Glance ever so slightly up to the sky. Exhale, hands frame the front foot. Engage that back leg, lift it off the ground, kind of like a runner's lunge, and we're going to step it back to plank. Hold here. Rock forward, back, forward, back. One more time, forward, back. Remember, you can always be on your forearms here too, if that works better for you, if you have wrist problems. All right. We're going to bring our opposite leg through. So for me, that's the left. Inhale, step the left leg through your hands. Drop down that knee. Inhale, reach up overhead. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, hands frame the feet. Tuck the toe. Lift to runner's lunge. Step it back to plank. And we're going to come into knees. Lower down in a modified chaturanga, chest, chin. And then release your hips to the mat. Nice. We're going to come into your version of cobra here, or mini cobra, or sphinx works. So shoulders over elbows, lengthen that back of the neck. So dip your chin a little bit here. Really feeling a nice stretch in your lower back. Maybe even rock out your hips a little bit. You can have fists here. Also remembering to keep your shoulders away from your ears. Don't think, don't do this. Let's try a little neck twist. So think of crown of head towards sky, but we're going to turn our head and look over one shoulder. Deep breath in. Let it go, coming back to center. Inhale, opposite shoulder. And let it go. All right, we're going to release. Coming into a reverse corpse here. So turn your head towards one side, ear towards the mat. Gonna let our shoulders kiss the mat here. Release your arms down by your sides, palms up towards the sky. Rock your hips a bit. Inhale, chin to center of mat. So you turn your head to line up the spine. Exhale, opposite ear. Looking over your opposite shoulder for a second here. Inhale, back to center. And now we're going to do a little flying airplane here. We're going to shoot our arms straight out to the side, straight back. Keep length in the back of the neck. Engage everything. Everything is turned on here. Feet are floating off the mat. Let it go. Now we're going to bend our knees. And if you're able or you desire, you grab onto your ankles and just give it a nice stretch here. We're going to do bow. If you want to stay low, you can do that. If you want to do another airplane, you can do that. Let it go. Do one more of those. Inhale. Exhale. Let it go. Shoulders or arms under shoulders, hands under shoulders, pressing it back up into tabletop. Back down into a little child's pose. And coming back up to find our seat. Maybe going into our supine positions, reclined positions here. So just center yourself on your mat. And we're going to roll it back down nice and slow. Reclined ankle to knee. Cross one leg over. Ankle rests on knee. See that figure 4 position. Turn your core on. Engage those muscles. Pull in your knees towards your chest. If you want to reach through your figure 4, grab onto the back of your thigh. You grab onto the front of your shin. Really giving those knees a hug. It's another version of pigeon here, a gentler version of pigeon here. I'm doing a little tiny rock to massage my lower back. And we're gonna let that go. Uncross your legs, crossing over the opposite knee, engaging the core, bringing those legs towards your stomach, giving them a hug. Reaching through that figure 4, grabbing on the back of the thigh, grabbing on the back of the shin. Feet are flexed. You're gonna let that go. Uncross your legs. Engaging your core, I want you to bring your knees towards your chest and give them a little hug if you want. Ooh, that feels good. And then we're gonna put our soles of our feet right straight up towards the ceiling. Okay. This is called legs up the wall. You can literally do this against a wall if you want to. It's a very relaxing pose. I'm using my hands a little bit just to help keep my legs a little bit straighter. If they are bent, it's fine, you know. Just think that you want your soles of your feet pointing towards the sky. Okay, and then we're gonna do draw a little figure 8 here. So you're gonna give yourself a little micro mini lower back massage. And we're drawing a little figure 8 with our toes. Now see if you can switch directions. It's really working your core here. Okay, we're gonna put our legs apart, about a foot apart, I guess. We're gonna bring our knees back down towards our chest, reaching onto the soles of our feet for happy baby. So you could do a little rock and roll here. Love happy baby. Who doesn't love happy baby? Great hip opener. Breathe. Okay, bringing our legs back together, giving our knees a hug. We're going to release one leg down to the mat, keeping one leg bent up towards your chest. So one-legged when removing. I'm going to shift this off to our armpit a little bit. I like to just kind of get that little extra move in there to kind of open up the hips, bringing it back to center, releasing that leg down to the mat, engaging the other leg, giving it a hug. Great for digestion, this move is. Shooting that leg off to the opposite armpit just ever so slightly. Bringing it back to center. Releasing that leg back down to the mat. Coming into Shavasana here. Taking a deep breath. I'm using my knees a little bit here like a windshield wiper because I'm feeling like I have a little bit of lower back tension, if that's you too. Kind of do a little mini windshield wiper move here before I settle in. All right. Everything feels heavy. Release any tension you feel in your toes and your feet. Wiggle them a little bit. Let it go. Release any tension you feel in your ankles, your shins, your knees, your thighs. Let it go. Feel your hips heavy into the mat. Hands, palms towards the sky. Release any tension you feel in your arms, your upper back, your shoulders, your neck, your jaw, your forehead. Just breathe. The most important pose of any yoga practice, and the one that so many people skip. Inhale, exhale. Take 3 more full cycles of breath here. Try and keep your inhale and your exhale at least an equal count. Or if you can make your exhale even longer, better. And your next inhale, gently roll onto your left side. Maybe using your arm as a pillow here for one more breath. And your next inhale, we're going to press up. My eyes are still closed. Yours can be too. Slowly coming into the comfortable cross-legged position. And flutter your eyes open. Inhale, scoop. Arms overhead. Exhale. Let it go. One more of those. Inhale, scoop. Hands come to prayer overhead. Trace your face. Come on down to heart center. Exhale. Dip the chin. Namaste.